Hey everybody, Agent of Doubt again, back at you. First I want to say, never be afraid to make a video that you think might get down thumbed. If you want to make the video, just fucking do it. You'd be a much better person if you just fucking put it all out there and accept that some people aren't gonna like what you say. And you know, the world would be a horrible place if everyone got 100% up thumbs 100% of the time. Anyways, got a lot of responses to my video about cultural appropriation, and there's a lot of people out there who actually think that it's an impossible thing to do. And a lot of what they base this on is that they say it's impossible to culturally appropriate something because you're not taking it from the original person. They still have it intact, and therefore if you're just doing it on your own, it's not appropriation, it's just appreciation. And to that, I'm just going to say there are many examples of an original being copied whereby the original is devalued. And in order to debunk your own flawed thinking in this, just think about what happens to the value of the original. Now, if it doesn't change, or if it gains in value, then that's cool, right? Should be cool. But if the original is devalued, then it was harmed in the process of the copy. Even if no physical touching, touch, no physical touching happened to the original, you know, even if you're on the other side of the world, if the original loses value in some way, then you have harmed it, you know. And a lot of the rebuttals that I see say, oh, well, you're not hurting anything, you know. To which I say, sometimes, and sometimes not. Anyways, a lot of people thought that I was talking directly about the girl who wore the Chinese dress to her prom, which I wasn't, but I can see how that being the topic du jour, people think that I might be touching on that subject when I'm just touching on a very similar subject. I'm not drinking while driving. This is a root beer. Anyways, as far as dressing up like another culture, I think prom and Halloween, right? Those two things are not necessarily cultural appropriation. Mostly because after the event, you put that thing that you borrowed from another culture away. That's the whole point of Halloween is, you know, for a second, I'm going to adopt this other character based on this other culture or literary work or whatever you're doing. But then afterwards, you go back to your normal fucking self. You're not always that thing, you know? And that's the whole point. The appreciation part of it comes in. You're celebrating for a moment, for a night, you know, by wearing this costume that you made to represent this other thing that you're celebrating. You know, but then you put it away. That's what makes Halloween special. Prom can also have themes to the prom, right? You could have a theme of France, or all around the world, or even the Far East, you know, or Olympus. All these things could be prom themes, where, you know, every year the prom committee tries to come up with something bigger and better than the last prom committee, right? Or just something fun. And so they'll come up with themes. And everybody who goes to that prom is not necessarily going to be from the same culture that the theme is drawn from. But for one night, they're going to dress up like that thing, right? And if it's the all-around the world theme because some prom committee thought that they were above just having regional preferences, they are so worldly and woke that they're going to say, we're so inclusive, we're going to do all around the world. You know, everyone bring all the cultures from all around the world. We need to represent everything. You know what that wokeness would result in? Somebody asking all their friends, hey, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? Oh, what does that leave me? What? Wakanda? I'm not from Wakanda. I can't pull that off. Oh, well, I guess, we've got to, have everything represented, and I don't want to wear the same dress as my friend, And so then you're going to have people who are, just dressing up as, like, wild shit just to be individualized from their peers that are going to the same dance, right? People who didn't necessarily choose their thing based on what they appreciate, they chose it based on, how they're going to fit in by being individual. I know that's a weird thing to say. But I can see all sorts of different circumstances where someone for one night decides to celebrate or vilify a certain culture and then puts it away. And that's okay, At least it's not as bad as somebody who's in line to be heir to the throne dressing up like a Nazi, right? or dressing up your girlfriend's pug as a Nazi. But I think that all of those things, including the prince being in Nazi garb for a night to make fun of it and play dress up, I think all of those things are okay. I mean, it's not like it's taking too much value from something when you put it away. It's like you put it back by readopting your own culture, your own identity back the next day. It's borrowing for a night, and perhaps that sort of borrowing makes people understand other people's perspectives better. It's like putting yourself in someone else's shoes as much as you can for a few seconds, Anyways, talk to you later.